Okay, Teo made the waffle for me, and then Riley made the sausage and peppers, and this is my breakfast. I'm super excited. Just gonna move that around a little bit, get a little bite of this. Just a little bite.
What do you think? Right?
That's delightful. It has a little bit of a slight different texture, but not much. It has a little cream cheese in there, so you hit a cream cheese pocket every so often. Whatever kind of sausage that Riley used, delightful. Super, super yummy. So this is a good breakfast on a day that I otherwise needed a good breakfast because today's been weird.
So weird.
Okay, I'm putting some things away because we are going to hit the road in just a little bit. Not what I wanted to do with my day today. I was hoping that we could have like a lovely day locally, but that's just not gonna happen. So I'm just securing all of my items, making sure they're good. The shelf's a little bit messy, but that's okay. Okay, it's been really, really stressful this morning. If you didn't see yesterday's video, please go check it out. We have a little bit of anxiety going on because we experienced something I've never experienced, that I've been able to see at least. It's probably happened before, but not quite to this level. We're leaving. We're leaving Creede. We're not coming back to Creede. As much as I enjoyed this place, the first time I was here, second time I was here, and this time up until this morning, probably won't be coming back to Creede for a while, just because I don't feel safe. And I don't want to recommend any place that I go for you guys if I don't personally feel safe. And so I would not recommend coming to Creede. I said that in the last video, but I meant it with everything. I've been kind of talking to Kali and Mateo and Riley about this. And it's not that we didn't enjoy ourselves here at all. We did. We really did. But we don't feel safe. No idea where we're going. I think we're going to head toward Telluride, but we'll see how it goes. But I just have this like going on. So I've been moving with intention. I ate my breakfast. I put my things away. Collie's checking out her van. Teo's getting Lars set. Riley's ready to go. And then we're going to head off. We're going to dump trash. We're going to, at some point in time, get gas. And then we're going to go off to a place that we feel safe. Yeah. This is the bad part of van life. Okay, before we go, I need to check my batteries, make sure that they're charging. It's kind of a mess in here because I just kind of moved quickly. Okay, we're at 61 and 61, that's weird. 79 over here, and here we're at 99. This one stays topped off pretty well, so okay, I think we're good. I have only had a couple of incidents where I've truly been like nervous in 8 years of travel. I've had a couple of issues where people have been just really weird, like around me, and then I've had one issue where I pulled into a campsite and some guy basically said he watches over the campsite and he's a local. And so both of those scenarios are really, really bad. Then we have like the less wild that were just like kind of creepy in the moment, where we went to Alabama, couldn't park at the rest stop, and we had to find this like kind of abandoned boat launch area. That was kind of weird driving too, but the next day it was perfectly fine. That's the first time I've physically seen a person traipse through my camp. Not just like walking through because they're trying to get from point A to point B, which happens, you know, if you park at like Trailhead, if you park at like a pull-off and there's like a fishing place, those are normal things. We're in the middle of nowhere and that happened, and I am not so great right now. I mentioned on my previous video a little bit more about this, but I've had a few threats here on the channel and it's really scary. But there's a huge difference between a keyboard warrior who is just 10 foot tall and bulletproof through their empty promises or their false convictions where they think that they need to say something to you directly, and then this is a very different vibe. This is a physical person in your presence, and that's only happened to me like one time. And so in that instance, I didn't see them do it. I just heard it and it scared me. Okay, needless to say, my anxiety is real high right now. I've had a lot of weird things happen in the 8 years of traveling, and you know, you just kind of get used to weird sounds, strange things. You figure out your surroundings. You orient yourself at each campsite to realize where the front and the back of your van are. Those are normal things. This was not that. This was different. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, please again go watch yesterday. You can see all the footage of what happened. It was very scary. Cautionary tale. We're gonna move on, and I'm really sad about that because again, the area's been nice, but it's not worth it, especially when we can't figure out where the source came from. That's really unsettling.
Any of the weirdo other like people coming into camp that are not from here.
Well, we're getting rained on just a don't want that kind of drama too. It's been a wild morning. Riley and I have been sitting here kind of just rehashing the layers of weird of the person walking through our camp, and it makes you nervous in a lot of ways, not just in the normal ways that you would think about, but in a lot of ways. So just trying to take this drive and calm down. Still really red, still really, really anxious now. We made it to our first stop of the day. We just pulled off at a Scenic overlook. I put some eye drops in because my eyes are dry. And there's a really pretty overlook that I've seen before that I thought everybody might enjoy. It has some cool history, but also kind of, as we're driving, you'll see different parts of the mountains. And this kind of explains what that looks like and why. And then also there is a restroom back here. So if we decide that we want to stop off at a restroom, we can. So that's really nice. But trying to find the joys in today. Today we have a long drive. And so we figured a good stretch would be good for us. While we're here, Mateo was smelling something weird with his vehicle, so Collie's checking it out. It did smell like rubber, so not sure. So good luck, Teo. And now, if you've watched Teo's videos, you've probably already seen what's going on because, you know, he's a little ahead. I'm kind of glad that I chose this overlook, not just for the fact that it's a beautiful place now, but I didn't know he was having an issue. So that's the only negative to only having two walkies. Riley and I can talk back and forth, but we only have two, so we can't talk within our entire caravan. So we need to work on that. Today's just a weird day, guys. From the beginning of the day with the weird person to this, it's just a lot, and some days are just a lot, and that's just kind of how it is. But this too shall pass. It looks like Riley's over here doing something too. Riley's checking her tires.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
What's going on?
It says I have low tire pressure, but they're all
Fine.
34 point whatever.
It could be because you're going up and down in elevation a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll happen, but checking it's good. We did drive through a little bit of that rain, but it's not too bad here. It is getting a little bit more overcast though. Okay, I'm walking out though so we can see this overlook now. This is part of the San Juan Mountains, and it says here I can see for miles, and indeed we can. It's a gorgeous view out here. The peaks that you can see are Grassy Mountain, Red Mountain Gulch, and then Red Mountain right here. And then over on this side, we have the Blackwell Mountain, which is the smallest one, then Broken Hill, Wetterhorn, Matterhorn. Interesting thing about this sign here, it does tell us about where the mountains are, but also it tells us now we're at 11,000 feet, which means that we are higher up than we were in Creede, and we're actually higher up right now in this location than we were in Leadville also. We are nearly 2,000 feet above Lake City, and you can see some of the beautiful pictures of this area. They actually have llama hikes in this area. They have marmots, which we did see one of these on the way up. And then they have beautiful, beautiful views. This sign right here is the most interesting one because this talks about the actual earth flow. And when you look out in front of us right here, you can see where the mountain kind of just like sloughs off. And that's part of the earth flow. And this is when water saturated earth decided to start sloughing off of the mountain and just kind of sliding down. And it created what they call the toe of active earth flow, which you can see in front of us. This is called wasting, and it's earth wasting. So earth literally sloughing off. And if you look at this, you can see where the entire mountainside is completely different and there's no vegetation, nothing grows on it, and it continues to just kind of slough off slowly every time that they have rain. They have movement every single year that is recorded off of this mountain, and it makes it very different. Now, if you're comparing this to things that have happened in more recent times, what happened with Hurricane Helene in the Smokies, where it just clearly like completely shredded off the mountain, it's very similar to that, where it completely changes the trajectory of everything that happens for that mountain going forward in its growth cycle. This happened 850 years ago and is still actively moving to this day. Now, it's not moving quickly, it's not moving in a crazy way, but it is still moving. But the view here is spectacular otherwise. Okay, we made it into Lake City where we were gonna get gas, and Teo called me and he said something is in fact wrong with his van. It's still doing something bad. He doesn't sound like he's thrilled about this. So we're gonna turn around and no man left behind. I think Collie stopped with him, but we were kind of in a long line, so I couldn't just pull off. So I had to wait until I could pull off so we could let all the people pass us. And then we can turn around and go back. So Riley and I are on the walkies. We're about to head back that way. Okay, we're looking for Collie and Teo, and the map is just going crazy right now. Okay, we found him. He is okay, but they're having a hard time. So he would have to come all the way down this direction and then back down to there, and that gets you into Lake City. So we're trying to make sure he can safely get into town. Okay, we decided to get some gas. It's $3.94 a gallon, and it's gonna take a minute to do this. I'm not gonna fill off completely, but I'm gonna do enough to get us into the next town. We can get gas cheaper elsewhere, but I need to make sure I have enough to get there, so that's what we're doing. Okay, no receipt, Clark has it. It's $15.16 though, we got our gas. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my trash while we're here too. So I thought that's another trash can. Okay, just kidding, I'll hold on to it until next stop. Okay, that's not happening. We'll have to find another place, but that's okay. We got 1 mile to go. Get where we need. Today's shaping up to be a weird day. A very weird day. Okay, we're stopped for a second, so I went ahead and put my Velcro on my patch. So I'm gonna put it up on my ceiling to commemorate the good times in Creede, not the weird ones. Got that hung up. Now I need to clean off my backup camera because I can't see anything back there. So I gotta go and do that real quick. And then Riley pulled us over into this little bakery area. We'll see if they have anything interesting. They also have a place right down here that's like a hangout place, so that's kind of cool. They have breakfast and other things, so I don't know, we'll see. Hey, this is why I couldn't see. It's disgusting back here. Okay, even though we're having kind of an unfortunate day, the views are still beautiful. We're in Lake City right now, so gorgeous mountains around. Pleased about how the day is going? No, but guess what? This is part of how life goes sometimes, so we're just here in it to win it. Started off with a weird thing, have another weird thing. You know, we're gonna hope that that's it. Did we have a third weird thing today? Because bad things usually happen in threes, and I feel like we already had 3. Yes, we did. I'm sure we did. I couldn't see out of my backup camera. There's the bad thing. We are stopped off at the Lake City Bakery though, so that's a bonus. Buddy, this is apparently a Labrador owned bakery, and I guess this is the lab who owns it. Really cute though, super fun. Trying something new. Okay, I picked up a sausage and cheese kolache, which is huge. And then Collie has this delightful thing. Ooh. And then Riley's got some cookie and like a...
I got the roll.
The roll. And don't worry, she just choked on life. It's fine. She's so full of life that she choked. Today is the day that just keeps on going and going and going. We're on the side of a road. It's gorgeous over here, but we're on our way to Montrose. Mateo's having some really big issues, and there's nothing he could do to fix this. It's just something that happens. Van stuff happens. He's currently experiencing some pretty gnarly stuff, so we're gonna get him to Montrose and see if he can get it fixed up. Put this on. That one's like stuck on there. Having a little bit of chaos today. Riley had to do some basic maintenance to her Subaru too before we hit the road again. We bought the windshield wipers. They did not work. We had to go back in and buy a different set. So she's filled up her fluids. She's changing out her wipers. Oh man, this is our 3rd thing today. We're done. We're done. No more. We still have about an hour-ish to drive. So we're just trying to get this done. And dang, it's been a day. Well guys, after yesterday, we finally got everything together, kind of. We haven't really gotten everything together, but we finally just gave up and we're like, okay, we're going to camp. Mateo is staying in Montrose to get his van fixed. Riley got one of her wiper blades installed and then just said, you know what, this isn't a right now task, because life was just getting really difficult yesterday. It was a hard day. It was a very, very weird day between all the things that happened, but we finally made it to our campsite last night a little bit after dark. We just picked something easy. We were at a trailhead that I've stayed at before. Lots of people were here, but all we did was just pull in and basically say, peace out, we'll see the pretty views in the morning. So we're here now and I'm waking up and it's pretty cold. Waking up and it is only 53 degrees in the van, and that's a little warmer than it was whenever I first woke up. It was still only 49. So the sun is starting to kind of come over the mountains a little bit. So I'm gonna start getting myself together. We'll figure out what we're gonna get into and we're gonna cross our fingers that today is a better day. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. Yesterday was just one of the products of van life. It's not always glamorous, it's not always beautiful, but ultimately it's just about continuing to push through and get to the next destination. And that's what we did. Till next time, guys. Bye.